Hi guys, welcome back. Alright, this is a pretty big video. We got a lot to cover in this video, so I'm gonna jump straight into it. Behind me is a ley shrine. This ley shrine is located down here. Okay, you need to come to a ley shrine in order to spawn your own surges. Okay, I found that surges are a lot better than purges, and the reason why I say that is because you can choose when to spawn these. You can choose when to spawn your surges, and you can prep for it. You can prepare yourself really well. Make sure that you get the maximum amount of thralls out of it. It's in many ways a benefit. I don't see it as a negative. I'm enjoying it. I'm playing on a PvP server at the moment, and I'm finding it really very enjoyable. Okay, so on the left and the right of me, you'll see there are two platforms. On this platform here, this is where your thralls will spawn once you summoned your surge. Okay, they will fall from the bottom, from the top, fall down, and this is where they will be. In the center is a spot where you can put decaying Eldarium. Now, the reason why you want to put this in here is this switch right here. When you flip the switch, it will knock out all the thralls for you. If you have enough decaying Eldarium in here, it will knock out all the thralls, and you would not have to do it yourself with a love tap or with whatever tool that you are using to knock out thralls. And they will stay knocked out for however long the knockout period is set to on your server. Okay, now it's better to put the stuff, the decaying Eldarium, in here before you summon the surge. If you try to do it during the surge, there's going to be many enemies around you, and they will kill you really quickly. Do this before you start your surge. Okay, if you go up here inside, there's a platform right at the top, so you got to go in and up. Let me just get up here quick. Okay, now here is where you want to craft your altar. Okay, I'm just going to put 15 here. If you put more than 50 inside this focus altar base, if you put more than 50 in here, it's going to throw it out in a loot bag next to this platform, and it's going to decay. So you only have to put 50. You only need 50 to craft an altar, and there are many different kinds of altars. We're going to start with the northern altar. I'll explain what the rest are a little later when I do the greater surge, but for now we're only doing a smaller surge, because I want to show you guys why it's better to do a smaller surge before you do the big surge. And it's going to help you out a lot. It's going to help you do the big surges easier. So it's also going to help you to just understand the mechanics and understand how it works. It's much better to spawn the smaller surges first. So we'll just craft the northern one here real quick. So you'll see the moment you've crafted it, this thing will pop up, and you'll hear the nice ambient sound. Okay, and then you can put your unstable question marks inside, or your greater question marks, or whatever. I've put in just a couple here. You want to stay below 900. That's where you want to be for the lesser ones. You don't want to go above 900. You want to stay below 900. Okay, now what you'll see is at the moment nothing is happening. Is still crafting, and they'll be crafting until they're all done. You can start the search while it's still crafting, but I would suggest that because you're going to lose your essence. Okay, right next to this thing is a switch. When you flip this switch, your surge is going to start. So I'm just going to bring you guys back as soon as this is done crafting. Alright guys, so we're done crafting. We have 720 swirling chaos inside the altar. As soon as we flip the switch, the surge is going to spawn. Okay, outside here I've put Eldarium on that side, and I've put decaying Eldarium on the other side as well. So I'm going to flip the switch now and then head down. I can show you guys the animation. It's pretty cool. If you look up, you'll see the tentacles come down and the lightning. There we go. So now we've spawned our own surge. Okay, it's not a greater surge. It's a good one, but it's not a greater surge. Alright, now you just have to wait a little bit. You'll see the thralls start dropping down, and they'll drop down onto the platforms. Sometimes they do lag a little bit. You can just run over the platforms like this and they'll start dropping down, but it is a little bit of a wait. There we go. Okay, so now you'll see we have a fighter there. We have some elites that you cannot knock out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up. I'm going to flip the switch. I'm just going to grab this wolf here. I'll explain that in just a bit. I didn't hit the switch there. And there we go. There's a level 3 fighter knocked out. And now you can easily kill this elite because he cannot be knocked out. Okay, and there's another level 3 fighter. So we've used some of our Aldarium and we've knocked these 2 fighters out. What's happening here? Why isn't he drawing his weapon? That's pretty weird. Okay, let me just kill this guy real quick. Alright, there we go. He's dead. And then I'm going to leave that archer lady for now because I want to explain something. Okay, so these guys are now knocked up. They'll be knocked out for a while. These ones with the 1 skulls, you cannot knock them out. So don't even try. Just kill them. Kill them as quick as you can. And as you can see now, on the other side, we also have some thralls that have spawned there. So this is where they spawn. So you just got to keep going through the waves because each surge that you spawn has a couple of waves. And all you got to do is knock them out, knock the ones out that you want. I usually knock everybody out and kill what I don't want afterwards. And then just run out over to the other side. Now what will happen sometimes is you'll get these little baby wolves, wolf cubs, bear cubs. You can get even saber-tooth cubs. You can get reapers from these waves. You can get a lot of things from these waves. So I'm just going to kill these because I don't want, anybody can get a level 1 dancer from even the wild surges, so I'm not going to keep that one for now. So now these waves are finished. One thing to bear in mind, the loot can be good from these guys. So if you can put as much encumbrance as you can, because these guys are worth looting. They drop quite a few things, especially in the greater surges. You can loot a ton of dragon powder from them. You can loot steel fire, dragon bone weapons. There's a lot of things you can loot from them. So it is a very good idea to loot them and possibly knock out as many of them as you can. Okay, so the next one is spawned. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run into the center, flip the switch, and get out of there, right? And that thing will knock out all the thralls that are sort of tameable, if I can call it that, breakable, or however you want to say it. Okay, and then this one, you'll see you can't knock them out. No matter what you do, you cannot knock them out. I've tried, it's impossible. They can't be knocked out. They are a 1 skull boss. So I'm just quickly going to kill them to get rid of them, because otherwise this video is going to be way too long. Okay. There's another lady over here. Ooh. So if they wander too far from this point, they will just spawn back into the center. I've also found that a wave, if you take too long to get rid of a wave, or if you're too busy on the other side for too long, then that wave will despawn and a new wave will spawn in its place, but that wave does respawn after a while, so you do get all your waves. Okay, so here we have our first crafter. Here we have a level 3 tanner. So at this level, which is pretty easy, these guys are not hard to kill. There's a lot of archers that spawn here, not many fighters. Okay, but you can get up to level 3 crafters in these waves, which is why I suggest you to do this first. First do the lower ones before you start spawning the max surges, because you need to get crafters to get some exceptional weapons, to get some exceptional gear set up. Here we've got, look, level 3 carpenter. What else we got here? Others just look like archers. There's a taskmaster, level 2 there. They really help a lot out on the Isles of Sipta. So I'm going to flip the switch now, and boom, everybody's knocked out. Okay, let's just get rid of the others. Right, I'm not going to care too much about the archers because they are a pain in the butt. I got to knock them out manually, but that's going to take a little bit of time. So they have to be within a certain range of the center, otherwise they won't be knocked out. So it's easy to sort of troll them, run around and troll them, and then once you've got them all running after you, get them into a certain distance, and then just flip the switch, make sure they're all in the center, and they'll be knocked out. Okay, let's go to the other side real quick. There's a lady here. I must have missed this lady. These archers are really a pain sometimes. They can wander off quite a distance and then later appear back. Okay, so let's wait for the next one. Let's take a look at the loot here. So the lesser ones are not that great in loot. You can get the Cimmerian armor from these guys, which I really like. I'm a big Cimmerian fan. But you know, it's up to you whether you need this loot or not. It's not that great on this level of Surge. Here's a new spawn. Let's have a look here. So we've got a level 1 bearer, and there's the level 3 dancer. So let's just knock these guys out. And boom, they're knocked out. And we've still got quite a bit of Eldarium left. So I'm just going to kill this lady. Now, I'm going to try and knock out as much as possible, because that will make a big difference to show you guys how much HP these fighters have, how much HP these archers have, because they are much stronger than the ones you can get in the wild surges. There's a level 1 blacksmith, not too great, but I'm going to knock it out anyway. So, knocked out. So what bearer is this? Level 2 bearer. And get rid of this lady. So once you've killed everybody on a side, the next ones will start spawning. So let me get rid of this one. There we go. Let's go see what's on the other side. Ooh, a lot here. There's 2 crafters. Let's have a look. So there's a level 3 blacksmith. That's your exceptional weapons right there. And then we have a level 3 armor. So that's both of what you want in one wave. So I'm just going to troll them. I'm going to grab that one as well. Hey buddy, come here. Right, you don't want to kill them. Just going to troll them over here and flip the switch. Alright, he didn't get knocked out, so I'm going to hit it again as soon as it's reset. And there you go. There they are. So now you've got level 3 tanner, level 3 blacksmith, and where did that level 3 armor go? So it's lying here. Sometimes it can glitch out, but we got a level 3 armor as well. So I think it's this one, eh? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now these guys can sometimes glitch out like this, which is very beneficial to you. Just go behind them and hit them with a combo. And you can even put your thrall on these guys now, because they are quite a distance away from your thralls. As you can see, they're not hard to kill. They have quite a bit of HP, but it's not that much. At this point, at this level of Surge, it's not hard to kill these guys. So I'm just going to get rid of them real quick. Now, what you also will see, I'm happy that happened, is that you get recipes from them. You get the cooking recipes, you get the brewing recipes, and you can sometimes get a weapon recipe from them. On my PvP server, I was able to get the frost, I think it's frost blacksmithing or frost smithing recipe. I got that from the greater surges. So you can get recipes from them. So it's worth looting them, most definitely, even if you just look for the recipes and look for the animals. Only the greater surges though spawn the saber-tooth, and I think it's the northern one that spawns the saber-tooth cubs. And that's definitely worth getting, because I haven't found any saber-tooth on the Isles of Sipta yet. So I found the saber-tooths themselves. I'll show you guys in a video where they are, but I have not found the cubs yet. Okay, let's wait for the next wave to spawn. I mean, this is quite a lot of thralls we've got already. So I'm just going to keep going through the waves. I might speed this up a little bit just so we can get to the last wave, and then I'll bring you guys back as well to show you all the thralls that we got. There we go, next wave, another crafter. There's another level 3 blacksmith. Jeez, we're lucky on this one. Another level 3 blacksmith. What are you? I can't see a level 1 bearer, so I'm just going to knock them out. And get rid of this guy. So hardened steel I think would be your biggest loot from here. And also the fighters, because the level 3 fighters from this northern altar is pretty good. They do quite a lot of damage, they're pretty strong, and I would definitely recommend doing this one before you do the greater surges. What do we have on this side? There's another level 3 fighter, I think. Yep, another level 3 fighter over there. Get them in the center, hit the lever, and boom, everybody's knocked out. Kill you and you. So yeah, definitely hardened steel, hardened leather, and layered fur is probably one of the greatest loots from these lower level ones, because you don't have to craft that, which is hella expensive if you don't have high level crafters. Now what you definitely want to look for is the named fighters, because they do sometimes spawn in these waves. I've had quite a few spawn in these waves, but these guys are pretty level 2 dancer. I'm not going to knock all of these out, so I don't need any of these, and I doubt that you guys will either. Maybe the fighter we can show you how good love tap's working right now. Boom, love tap has definitely been fixed. It's working great, and it's easy to get. I have a video out on where to spend your keys. It's called Black Blood Weapons, Black Blood Tools, and where to spend your keys. It just shows you exactly where to spend the keys, where you get a lot of legendary weapons, and love tap's definitely one of them. I've gotten 2 on my PvP server, so it's definitely worth getting. Flip the lever. There we go. Now I'm just going to set my thrall on this guy. Just kill this guy. And that lady as well. So my thrall is on attack nothing. That's what you want it as. And at the moment you want to kill something that you don't want, then just set him on it. That will prevent him from killing your crafters. I'm just going to run straight to this switch here. Knock out everybody here. Okay, so that's the 3 skull. That's the boss. This is the last wave. So this is the last guy you want to kill. I'm just going to get rid of him, get rid of you. So if you take a look here, he's dropped nothing this time. These guys can sometimes drop legendary weapons. They're not great. I haven't had anything great drop from them, but they do drop them, so just keep an eye out for that. There we got 2 recipes. I'll show you guys the recipes just now. Alright, knock this lady out, and that should have been the last wave, unless we missed one on the other side, or we missed a wolf somewhere. Sometimes the wolves can count as a spawn, and then if they are running around. Oh no, there's another wave. Alright, let's take a look. Bearer, another level 3 fighter. These guys I'm gonna knock out and kill the others. Alright, and this lady over here as well. Okay, there we go. So now everybody's knocked out, the surge is gone, all your thralls will remain behind. If there was a small cub here, pick him up before you kill the last enemy, because he will just immediately die once the surge disappears. So make sure that you pick up whatever you need to pick up before you kill the last enemy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm quickly going to drag all these guys to a wheel, and then show you guys what we got in this one single surge, and I'll bring you guys back for that. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright guys, and we're back. Okay, so let's take a look at the thralls we got. So out of this out of this one surge, which cost us 300 and some odd unstable, we got two level 2 archers, one level 3 archer. We got a level 3 armorer, which will give us exceptional armor, epic and normal. We got a level 3 bearer. We got a level 1 blacksmith, level 3 blacksmith, level 3 carpenter, a bunch of fighters, a level 3 tanner, and a level 2 taskmaster. Now these level 3 fighters, these are the ones that you're after, level 2 and level 3. So, and obviously the armorers and all that, but if you put this fighter down, I want to show you, this guy has a lot more health. It has a lot more health than any of the thralls that you'll get in your wild surges. It does a lot more damage. If I go into its stats, you'll see it actually has strength boost and it has vitality boost. So this thrall will do a lot more damage. He will have a lot more HP as he levels up. And he will be 10 times better than any level 3 fighter you can get in the wild surges. So this is why I would do this first, so that you can get a couple of these fighters, because if you have one of these fighters, the greater surges are much easier, especially if you level him up to 20. And on the Isles of Sipta, these guys level up a lot faster. They get a lot more XP. So this is why I would suggest you guys to do the lower level surges first, and get yourself these crafters, make some exceptional armor for yourself and your thrall, and then come back and do the greater surges. Now I did a video on how to get greater question marks or greater essence, whatever you would like to call it. You can go and check that out. That'll show you exactly how to farm up these really quickly, especially with these new fighters that you got. If you had to do one of these surges, you'll have enough fighters to get yourself quite a bit of this essence, especially with this kind of armor and gear that you can make now. And also at the same time, you can build now a lot easier because you have crafters that can make you, for example, the blacksmith, the level 3 blacksmith, they can make you steel reinforcements for only 1 steel bar, whereas a level 1 will take 2 steel bars. So your crafting for materials will be a lot faster and a lot less expensive, a lot less grindy, which will allow you to build in the maelstorms a lot easier and a lot more frequently, which will allow you to get a lot more greater essence. And the more of this you can get, the more of the greater surges you can do, and the more name thralls you can get. So the next video I'll post on how to do the greater surges solo, how to get your name thralls, and how to just sort of dominate the Isles of Sipta. Alright, thanks guys, thanks for watching, ciao.